Welcome into the Bubba's Buffet Podcast, Friday edition. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made it. And if you're a weekend worker, I'm sorry. I can't cover everybody. I can't be like, and all the weekend workers, you may just be getting started, but you had a few days off. Well, I've been doing plumbing and lifting pipe and looking for toilets and trying to find tanks and drinking lots of coffee. I'm Dan Buffa. You have been reading, if you've been there since the beginning, you've been reading and listening to my work since 2011. That's when the old WordPress blog, doseofbuffa.com, which is still there, doesn't get new material, but it's still there. And then I went to KSTK, and I went to St. Louis Game Time, and then I went to other sites, got on television, got on the radio. They put this guy on television, okay? The camera had to zero in on this face. And after about 5 or 10 minutes of the segment, I could just see it going, I'm kidding. Yes, I self-deprecate. It's better to say something to make fun of yourself before somebody else does. It's going to sound better. And I learned that wisdom from the gangster Jelly and Analyze This. Anyway, 5 things on my mind. Number 5, I'm going to write about this. Oh yeah, there's going to be a Cardinal article, so just brace yourself. I don't think I've written a Cardinal-centric article since around the time they started the season. We've already gone over it. I don't watch enough. I watch a little. If you want hard-hitting Cardinal commentary that comes with blunt, and I mean hard-hitting, like I said, unfiltered, listen and watch Bernie Miklasz. STL Sports Central, I don't mind pumping up another person's site. That is a homegrown site with some heavy-hitting talent. And Bernie watches the team, and he analyzes them, and he uses stats. Like, I used to use stats, but Bernie climbs into all kinds of websites. Baseball Savant, Brooks Baseball, Larry's Baseball. He's all over the place. So I watch him every day just to keep myself abreast. It's one of those words you get to say breast and get away with it. But I keep myself in tune with the Cardinals due to Bernie Miklasz. And so he reads me to keep in touch with whatever movies he may have forgotten or needs to watch or could watch, or TV shows, or grunting about having loud cats, which I don't anymore. But number 5, and as I said, I'm going to write about this, is Jordan Walker. His surge this season is for real, folks. Like, pitchers will figure you out at this level in 2026. They will figure you out within a few weeks. But here we are in the middle of May, literally the middle of May, and Jordan Walker, the formerly lost, highly touted former Cardinals prospect that has had a couple really rough years, he is tearing the cover off the ball. He's got 12 home runs. He had the game-winning hit last night against the A's, helped them win that series. Cardinals are, above 500. They're playing good baseball. They're losing some games, but they're in every one of them. And Jordan Walker's a big deal. And I will say this: Jordan Walker breaking through this year, because he's still only 23 years old. 23. I am a whole drinking age more than Jordan Walker. I am 21 years older than that guy. Goodness. Sometimes you say stuff and you're just not ready for it. I have a kid going to high school, and I have a Cardinals young player that is 21 years younger than me. But that just means he's got a lot of time. And so he's figured it out that him having this surge is so important for this rebuild, but it means that it's working. It means that it's not like they're going to have down seasons. Heck, they might finish over 500 if they keep this up. The Cardinals are a quarter of the way through the season. Yes, we're already a quarter of the way through all those baseball games. So he's still hitting in mid-May. If he keeps hitting into mid-June, it just gets more real and legit as the weeks go by. I mean, they're going to figure him out, but because the whole thing between a player and a hitter and a pitcher is who can figure out who fast enough. So the hitter comes up in this season, and Jordan Walker's hitting everything. And then the pitchers might adjust to him and figure him out, kind of like they had temporarily adjusted to J.J. Weatherholt. But then J.J. or Jordan Walker will adjust to the pitchers, and he'll kind of get an edge. So he's adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. It's like a computer having to learn a new code. the computer just needs to have some kind of thing to get to that next page. He's doing it, unlike last couple of years where he was just swallowed up by difficulty. So that's number 5. The Jordan Walker thing is legit. Stop saying when he has an 0 for 4 game, he's come back to earth. Like I said, the sports fans' reactions are so tiring and so boring. Get some new fucking material. If you're going to comment about these guys, because understand something, people, you are giving your free time to watch rich guys do their job when you watch a baseball game. Okay? Jordan Walker makes the league minimum. You know what that is? $560,000. Oh, man, I can afford a lot of paper towels and toilet paper with that shit. So let's not, give too much of our angst and our emotions to it unless you want to. But just understand, you're watching grown men do their job. That's all you're doing. So when he has a bad day, it'd be like if I had a bad day on the plumbing supply. I delivered something to the wrong house. Oh, Dan, he's losing his fucking... He had 17 great days in a row, but he's losing his mind if he doesn't know what difference between 1798 and 1800 on a street. Fuck. So, number 4. Yes, I have 2 cats in my house again, and Freddie is not a loud soprano singing type asshole anymore. I don't know if he just kind of thought, well, the ex's house kind of sucks, so I better be good here, or the ex's house has a pit bull in it, and that pit bull could pop up in Dad's apartment. So he's being better. Nobody wants to come home from adulting to, I have an ex-wife. I don't need 2. And if she's watching this, which she doesn't, my ex-wife reads my writing, but she's like, I don't want to watch your videos. It's like, well, your loss, woman. Anyway, she's short. It'll go right over her head. Number 3, the Man on Fire series was okay. It makes me want to watch more. Makes me want to watch it soon. Makes me want to watch the Denzel Washington version, because once again, and it could have just been simple. You had a lot of great players in that movie. You had Denzel Washington. You had Tony Scott directing. He's my favorite. The late director, the guy suffered from some kind of depression and leaped off a bridge in 2012. It's allergies, because when it gets warm and cold, it sounds like I'm watching a Nicholas Sparks movie. But the original Man on Fire in 2004 had a white-hot Denzel, playing this guy named John Creasy, who, in that movie, you would want to say that his character was a little bit older than the one in the TV show, but it's kind of the same story, because Bobby Cannavale plays Rayburn in that one, and Christopher Walken plays Rayburn in the movie version. Christopher Walken, but yeah, the movie version, the TV show was all right. It was all right. It was all right. It's like when you watch something, you've had a few days to think about it, and you think, it's kind of like if you meet somebody or you know somebody, and after a few days of not talking to them, maybe you kind of go, well, that guy, I don't need that guy anymore. So a TV show, the same thing. I mean, I think about it, I go, man, how much would I want to recommend this show? And it's good. If you like this movie, you'll like this, but you'll want to watch the movie again, because the movie is better, in my opinion. Number 2, Chinese food is something that, speaking of my ex-wife, Rachel, late in our relationship, she started having these food allergies. And so she was allergic to MSG all of a sudden. And so she got headaches. And if you're married to somebody for a long time and they stop eating something, you stop eating it. It's just the way it works. Maybe because men were just, brain damaged mules stuck out in the cold looking for a way out. Or maybe we just listen to women. I mean, men watching, just do what the wives do what your wife or your girlfriend or your whoever you're with says. Dealing with one woman is hard enough. If there's 2 of them around barking at you, just do what they say. Okay? So, but I'm not married anymore, so I get to have some Chinese food, or I get to finally go, oh, Chinese food again. Because when you're single, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But I did, and it's pretty good. But my stomach right now is kind of saying, haven't had that in a while there, did you, big boy? And so, looking at the time, because the plumbing doesn't pick itself, and I only have a certain amount of time for lunch. So yeah, I'm breaking back into the Chinese food world, and I'm surviving as we speak. Number 1, hasn't been a great week. And I mentioned something in a podcast article the other day. It hasn't been a great week, and there are reasons for that. But whenever certain things in your life kind of start to take a little bit or get put on hold or hit a neutral, you got to lean on other stuff. You got to find something else to kind of lean on to make yourself happy. So that would be my advice. I know everybody else out there, there's a lot of people out there that have bad weeks, bad 2 weeks, bad 3 weeks, and you just think that, you feel like bad shit is just chasing you down a street. When previously, in the previous month, you were standing turned around looking at that crap eye to eye and not having any problem with it. But then this week and last week, maybe week before, now it's chasing you. That's the best way I can really describe it. It's my own doing. And I hope there's a turn for the better in that department, but I gotta find ways to make myself a little happier. You know what does that? Starbucks. Expensive, fancy bitch coffee is what I'm gonna go get right now. So thanks for watching this. Say a few words of encouragement for my stomach to digest this Chinese food. The first Chinese food I've probably had in months, a year, 2 years. And take it easy on young Cardinals players. And take it easy on yourself. I think we're really hard on ourselves, and I think that blocks certain things out. So when you're just kind of getting mad and, oh, I didn't do this, like, guess what? You're still alive. You're still breathing. You got tomorrow. Do that shit tomorrow. That's all I got, everybody. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. I told this last weekend. I'm going to try to get to the computer and write. But doing these is better than trying on my phone, typing up an article on my phone. It'll make me go crazy. So don't go crazy out there. And be kind to others. But most importantly, be kind to yourself. Dan Buffa with Buffa's Buffet. Everything else is located at this website, dailydoseofbuffa.substack.com. I appreciate all the reads, and I appreciate the shekels of donation if you can. And until next time, be good. Have some good, you know what.